Welcome to our presentation on the IEP process and how all of this works and what your role as the parent is. Your role is extremely important as you know your student better than anybody else. The IEP team will consist of parents, special education teacher, a general education teacher, an administrator, our specialists such as speech, adaptive PE, and OT, an evaluation expert such as our ABA associate, and in certain circumstances, the student will attend the IEP meeting. Picking a date for the IEP can be very important. Things to think about are when you want the meeting to occur. Some parents like to have the meeting at the beginning of the year to discuss the goals for the coming year. Some prefer to have it at the end of the year to discuss how the year went and then look at the goals for the next year. Our agenda for the meeting will include introductions, a discussion of the purpose of the meeting, what the parental rights are, the present levels of achievement for the student, parental input, goals, a discussion about accommodations, and state testing that has occurred since the last IEP. We will continue our discussion with services, a chance for questions and comments, and an opportunity to summarize everything we spoke about at the meeting and set up the new IEP, and then a chance for the parents to sign the IEP agreement. Introductions. This is a chance for each person on the team to introduce themselves and discuss their role in the process. Parents will have a chance to ask questions specific to what that person's role is and how they interact with their child. Purpose. The teacher that is running the meeting will state the purpose of the meeting. This will generally be either a review of present levels, goals, reevaluation of services, or 3-year reevaluation for the need of an IEP. Parental rights and appeals. Parents have rights under IDEA, which is the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. These rights include participating in the meeting, having an independent evaluation, consent to the new IEP, an appeal of the final decision if they disagree, and in certain circumstances, a private education for their student paid for by the district. We'll then have a discussion of testing and assessments. The special education and/or general education teacher will review the results of the testing and/or assessments that have been completed since the last IEP meeting. This discussion will be of the results and not necessarily the accommodations that were made, as we're going to talk about that later in the meeting. Present levels. A discussion of the present levels of achievement for the student. This generally includes current classwork, a discussion of the assessments, current progress towards goals, and anything else that further describes how the student is working currently. This will give the parents an idea how the student is handling the current set of goals and a guide to the new goals. Goals. The IEP team will discuss the current and new goals. Specialists will have a chance to discuss their recommendations, as well as special and general education teachers for their goals. The parents will have a chance to discuss what their goals are for the student and what their ultimate outcome would look like. Accommodations. There will be discussion of current accommodations. This will include what they are and how effective they are. We'll then talk about any new accommodations that need to be added based on the new set of goals. The discussion will include how they are to be implemented and monitored for effectiveness moving forward. Questions and comments. This is a time for open discussion. Parents can ask questions about the IEP, student progress, new goals, or anything else that they have concerns about. This is the last bit of discussion before we summarize and put the IEP together. Summarizing and signing the agreement. The IEP team leader will summarize the meeting. They will then summarize the new IEP from that discussion. The parents will sign the new IEP, and at this point, the new IEP will be implemented and the student's new goals will be in place, and work can begin towards achieving the new set of goals. For more information, useful websites are understood.org, specialed.org, and of course, our ssdmo.org website. Thank you for listening to our discussion, and my contact information is included below.